I'm on Sign Online TV. Send no first time on second video. I'm also subscribing. One like, which our comments or comment section. What
I'm on Sign Online TV. Our hope is here.
$1 for 24-hour economy. I want you to understand something. Na me BB so akyeremo. NPP omo Jimmy. Say digitization na Bawumia ye hu dede na. De bia me ka kyeremo ha say Bawumia digitization kwa na o kan na on te ase. Now digitization, it is not the end product. Now, for digitization to be relevant and to be advantageous to the citizenry or the government, digitization serves as a springboard. It serves as a conveyor. Enti obi ekweni na odo banchi, odo bodie, odo kodu. Opese oton na ewiase hu se di kodu no sebio kodu pa e wote efe na ebo akese a se odua kodu na enye digitization edi dua kodu no e wo se ode asobo form e wo se ode fertilizer guso e wo se oye manual work ni wie so odua kodu na kodu no nyini na otwa e wo se of finding way to let that kodu no become valuable sane be ya edu dwa so a kodu na nka wo se ekurase ye ton 1 cedi no edwa so no ye beto no 10 Ghana. How does it work? That is where digitization comes in. Into what the farmer will do, and say, now digitization will rebrand the product, how it's being packaged, how it's being sold. Digitization will basically propel, it will sell the product to the world. Into products nanka the value ya 1 cedi no, because of digitization, that is a propeller, which is not the end game. No, the digitization will prepare that product to be sold in the market. So it basically processes it and makes it favorable for the market. Into through digitization, obi wa oyekoko akweni anase odua kodu na ye ton ne nyoma e won kran enso no te akrofuom ni nyina ne say he is able to sell kodu no packaged on the internet into obetumi dia to TikTok, obetumi etwa picture no e dia Facebook business platform. But oti ayontombra, the issue is that digitization that has become a propeller, no, the end game has become money. It has become value. So you don't need $100 billion to say you need to pump into digitization. No, you need digitization to be a middle what you call a conveyor to, at the end of the day, the end product, digitization will make the end product a reality. In Bawumia digitization, he did not understand it because you cannot just say digitization. Digitization is a propeller, it's an enhancer. Digitization is a conveyor. Digitization changes the value of products and makes it easy to be sold. That is the role digitization play. Now, people will bring a 24-hour economy into this conversation. Say, the NDC campaign was centered on 24-hour economy. At the year kind budget, 24-hour economy did not get any money allocated to it. The same way digitization that is the same way 24-hour economy is. Now, the 24-hour economy is a policy. Now, how is the 24-hour economy going to help? At the end of the day, create the jobs. How is the 24-hour economy going to help? Open up the country infrastructure-wise, engineering-wise, production-wise. How is it going to help? Now, remember, there's what we call the big push. So you don't necessarily need money to put into something called 24-hour economy policy. There's a policy the NDC introduced to Ghanaians, a friend, the big push. Now, the big push is going to get over $10 billion. Now, the component in the big push, is what will feed the 24-hour economy for it to be a reality. In the big push, they have infrastructure. We have something called agro processing. They have something like they have a lot in the big push. Now, let me tell you something. In that big push, if you are able to, through the big push, you are able to employ 20,000 Ghanaians in agro processing. What is going to happen? And they say, agro processing, they are going to work for 24 hours. So if the agro processing is working for 24 hours, it sucks its blood from the 24-hour economy policy, because the policy is sitting there waiting for the big push, the components in the big push to do the job to feed the 24-hour economy. So you don't need money to say this is for 24-hour economy. It is what is in the big push that will generate what 24-hour economy needs. So 24-hour economy, basically is the hub. But then the hub that takes full blood, it takes the blood from the big push. What is in the big push? It is often infrastructure. Then you get companies that open a lot of infrastructure companies that are working 24 hours. They are going to feed from the 24-hour economy by getting incentives from the government. Now, the incentives in the say they are going to get what we call tax breaks. They are going to get what we call lights. They are going to give them decent lights to buy. So in all that, the 24-hour economy does not need money. What we will get out of the big push, it can basically generate revenue for government to use it to subsidize or to help whoever falls within the big push. You don't necessarily need to go pick $100 billion and say 24-hour economy office, take it. It does not work like that. It is through the big push. What is in the big push? The components in the big push. If you are able to get agro processing companies 20,000 or Ghana, all the agro processing companies, when they work 24 hours, they are going to all be sacked by the 24-hour economy policy. And when I say they are going to be sacked, it means that all the companies are going to get incentives from the 24-hour economy. Into the 24-hour economy does not have to have money. It is through the companies, what they will generate that the government will get from, and then it goes back to power the 24-hour economy. So it is not so complicated. The government does not have to come to parliament and say, the $100 billion are my 24-hour economy. No, the 24-hour economy will derive, it will get its blood from the components in the big push. And this is basic governance. This is basic economics. And I'm sure, Mr. S, what did you just send me? The big push. Thank you very much. So all these things we are talking about, when the big push becomes very effective, 24-hour economy automatically absorbs it. And they fall within it. Into some NPP Nibiti TV so catch will say, now 24-hour economy no ada na yamo musika we Jimmy on tiasie. Now look at the big push. This is the big push. Let me read something to you. Under the big push that John Mahama introduced, this policy. This is the policy that is going to feed the 24-hour economy, NPP for tiasie. Mr. S, thank you very much.
Amanson Online TV. Our hope is here.
Keep watching Amanson Online TV.
Yeah. The big push policy introduced by John Dramani Mahama is a 10 billion infrastructure focused initiative aimed at transforming Ghana's economy and addressing critical development challenges. Here are the key components of the policy. The key components are infrastructure development. There is job creation. In fact, when you read the big pusher, there is infrastructure development, job creation, there is economic diversification, there's education and skill development, there's health sector improvement. These are all the components in the big push.
Amanson Online TV. Our hope is here.
Completion of abandoned projects and also youth empowerment. So all these components are in the big push, the $10 billion big push. So if all these components becomes effective, that means all these components are going to employ Ghanaians who have not been employed. And all these components are going to work 24 hours. So they are all going to be sucked by the 24 hours because government is going to make revenue out of the components that are working 24 hours. Into the 24 hours become the umbrella that basically will guide. So what happens? And then they say, now there's a framework, and the framework and the umbrella. The 24-hour economy, all this
Amanson Online TV. Our hope is here.
And that frame, and that incentive of 24-hour economy, it goes straight to help the components in the big push. Into 24-hour economy, big push, they work, they synchronize. The moment you take 24-hour economy from there, big push becomes difficult. Now, big push and 24-hour economy, they work in hand. That is why it is important for you to sit down and understand what governance is. What John Mahama has put together and planned, So why you need to I want here, and you need to understand. In this all say, then what are we going to look at? We are going to look at the big push very well. Government is supposed to pump money into Big Push. Big Push will revive 24-hour economy. Into the NPP, they don't have this intelligence to understand. So they were expecting, say, Yabeka budget, no, Nanka to force Naka say, we have take out 100 billion for 24-hour economy.
Amanson Online TV. Our hope is here.
Build a factory. 24-hour economy is a policy that is going to guide people who want to enroll on the policy to become beneficiaries. So why do you give 24-hour economy $100 billion? No, because whatever comes out of the Big Push is going to be revenue going back to the government, and that revenue that goes back to the government is what the government is going to take some as their incentives for people who fall under or voluntarily are part of the 24-hour economy, to enjoy. This is simple. This is
Keep watching Amansai Online TV.
Yeah. As a political party, anytime catch say we are not supposed to waste our time on NPP. The NPP are stupid. They do basic politics. Ya kosi toilet, ya poly tank. They don't understand the modern day politics that we are all at the end of the day experiencing. We need to understand the
Amanson Online TV. Our hope is here.
We all stick to that agenda. Let us help John Mahama. Let us help the NDC. Let us make sure, say, the NDC, the almost 30 years and how they are going, we help them to make sure, say what, they help this country, help Yejimba, protect every single person for this country.
Amanson Online TV. Our hope is here.
Sticking with the NDC. They are going to make mistakes. We have to guide them. We need to protect them. We need to speak to them in a hard way when we have to do that. We also need to congratulate them and applaud them when they do the right thing. 42 years, Ghana will be the country.
Amanson Online TV. Our hope is here.
Amansai Online TV. Send no first time on second video. I'm also subscribing. Like, comment section.